You jumped up to a big screen for some reason.
I
It
see
says we're
that.
live.
Well, it lies, but damn.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll play with it and see what happens. Hello, folks. Actually, I do have a silver and turquoise bolo. I just don't have it with me, Josh. It's in the bedroom.
And the four-seater asks, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Well, not currently, but I am working on it.
Well, it's
That's really
weird.
making my eyes hurt.
Yeah, you. I don't know why it did that.
You know that we've only got 6 reviews on the Trailer Park Anthology?
Is that all?
That's it.
I'm sure more will be coming in.
Yeah, when?
I don't know.
People need to write more reviews. The devil?
Something wants your attention.
It does. Oh, apparently we're live.
Oh, okay.
Really
Well,
dark
it's
today.
it's cold. It's wet.
It's cold. It's 50 degrees.
Koala, you didn't send the invitation. You made brisket.
Hey,
You
what the
didn't
heck?
tell anybody. Not fair.
It's 50 degrees and I am
Hey,
cold.
dog. Yeah.
But it's North Texas, so next week it'll be back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we make that smaller? Because
I'm
it's
trying. I'm
really
trying.
making my eyes hurt.
I don't know what the hell I did. I don't know. If
Well, can you embiggenate and then can you make it full screen and then
Yeah, let's see what happens.
make it low screen and see if because that's really making my eyes hurt.
Yeah. Yours are not the only ones. don't
Apparently
know.
not.
Yeah. I did something smoke. Oh, thanks, Josh. Just rub it in. Yeah, RK, it's nasty up here today. I have to give a shout out though to WeatherTech for their quality of their floor mats. I almost got T-boned on the way home today from lunch, and ended up dumping about a half a cup of cappuccino on my pants leg, down my pants, into my shoes, and into the floorboard. And I was able to get it all out. Hey, Bill, was able to get it all out of the truck without making a mess. Yay. Of course, then I got to come walking through the house. Hey, Joel. Squishing as I went.
Squishing, and if I know Jim, swearing.
Yes, I was less than happy. And ended up going in, getting the pants off, and realized that my legs were sticky
Cappuccino.
from cappuccino. And oh, by the way, Obi does not like cappuccino because he took one lick and went, neck,
Oh,
and
that's
went the other way. Yes, WeatherTech, I am very impressed by the quality. Uh, Speaking of quality, yeah. Uh, Pot pie. You can have all the damn pot pies you want, darling. Sugar. Yeah, it was the sugar cedar. I had to take a shower. That's how bad it was. Now I've got
cappuccino.
goddamn newspaper shoved in my shoes trying to get them to dry out.
That's one of the things I liked about the Frothy Monkey at the old Choo Choo,
Yeah,
Chattanooga Choo Choo in Chattanooga, was they made their mochas with pour over coffee instead of espresso, and it was just a better.
yeah,
It was just a better quality of mocha.
yeah.
That's really messing with my.
Yeah, it's messing with me too. But if I try to fix it, I'm going to screw it up and we'll be restarting again. Ooh, brisket with sliced onions, sauteed onions. The other thing we do out in Colorado at our get together is we do brisket dogs,
Yeah.
sliced brisket in hot dog buns.
Yep.
And that is amazingly good. Yeah, Bill, I'm not putting anything on my water heater.
Not if you've got good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dark, Sarah, and I've got the lights on. That's how dark it is outside today.
Yeah, it's overcast. It's been supposed to have been raining off and on. I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah. Well, it's spit here a couple of times.
It hadn't done. It's jack divided by squat over where I am.
Yeah. Well, one of the funny things about the race going on in Virginia right now, we've been going back and forth on it. And my prediction is that the last two counties to come in tonight will be Arlington and Fairfax. And they will be enough to throw the race over to
McAuliffe, the Democrats.
Yeah.
Well,
and they will be the last two counties to come in because they're the most heavily Democratic.
well,
So they'll know exactly how many votes they need.
y'all had ask me again Thursday. That's all I gotta say on that.
Yep, RK. I think you've been there too, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all got all the rain and it's spit up here, but that was it.
I got nothing. I've had nothing over our side of town.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
The Stones are playing the Cotton Bowl tonight. Oh, that ought to be interesting.
Mummies on ice. Oh wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's actually the Stones or whether it's the Boston Dynamics dogs dressed up. Yeah, there are certain areas that are conservative in Fairfax. Most of them are not.
We're in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't gotta worry about squat.
Yeah. The only non-conservative groups down here are Houston, Dallas, Austin, and kind of, sort of, maybe a little San Antonio.
San Antonio is major politics.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill, you're just telling your age. 40 years and one day ago and saw them. Yeah. I saw the Stones once, and that was in Hyde Park in London in 1969. And that was something else.
Someday in the far, far future, Keith Richards and Betty White will fight it out for the last survivor.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see the meme running around?
You're gonna have to narrow it down a lot.
From Highlander, where the two that starred the last movie.
Oh,
they finally reconciled after 50 years.
I saw that, but there was no last movie. There's only one Highlander.
Yeah. Well, and we'll see how much BS Biden puts out. Well, he's already spoken at the climate.
Oh, did they wake him up?
Yeah, they woke him up.
Because he was literally asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, he spoke, and it was mumbo jumbo, diversions, digressions.
Popcorns, weasels.
Yeah. Betty White will kick Richard's ass. Yes.
I don't know.
Jesse says there can only be one.
Yeah, there can. Only one. There can be only one movie.
Yeah, the new Ghostbusters movie is supposed to be real good, as opposed to the last attempt at that.
Wasn't bad, just wasn't Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Yeah, the Harold Ramis family approves of it, which is good. But yeah, I'm gonna stay out of theaters. Yeah, you're right, Steph. Biden's speeches are pretty much word salad.
They're not incomprehensible. They're just word salad.
Yeah.
Popcorns, weasels, corn pop.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd and Paul Rudd wrote the upcoming movie. So we know that will be fairly good.
You know, when the president states my agenda does not impact the Virginia governor race,
Yeah.
That's kind of telling.
Yeah. Koala says, instead of facing criticism and legal issues over crash grabbing and theft, New Mexico governor left for the climate summit. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
What I want to know is how the hell or why the hell Biden had 800 people in Rome. 800 friggin' staff in Rome.
That doesn't concern me. It's my question is how many of those 800 are medical staff?
Yeah, that's a good point. Good question. Sorry, Dawn. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. Yeah, 85 car progression was apparently 8 miles long
In Rome?
in Rome. Oh,
Wow.
and Cedar says, my art today will involve a man pad and a chowini.
Stinger.
Oh,
Stinger
Jason.
man pads.
Jason's comment was, why did Biden need so many staff? It depends.
Oh.
With a capital D.
Oh.
Yeah, RK, they've apparently already said that they're having to limit the number of attendees in Glasgow. And
Shucky darn. He's
yeah.
limited to the same number as everybody else.
yeah,
Damn.
hate and discontent over the aircraft arrivals up there because everybody flew in on their private jets.
Sure.
And they ran out of parking space.
Yeah.
So people were having to come in, drop off, leave again, go find someplace else to park the airplane, and then sit around with their thumbs up their asses until their bosses decided they wanted to leave. And then you're going to have a stack trying to get in, get pickup, and get out.
I wonder how much carbon this is costing us.
Oh, something over 2 billion units, supposedly.
I got issues with that. Somebody did a meme, probably some bleeding heart proggy, did a meme lamenting how much carbon the truck, SUV,
Yeah.
however, that Biden was riding in was burning.
Yeah.
It was producing 8 pounds of carbon a mile. I call bullshit.
Yeah, no.
There's no way you can tie a bag on the muffler of that thing and get 8 pounds every mile driven.
No.
That's it. No.
It's a completely, it's a GM built truck
Mhm.
with a beast body on it.
Mhm.
So it's running DEF. So it's probably about equal to the average car. Yeah. And Steph says, when they act like climate change is an issue,
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, Jesse.
That's the thing of it is, I look at all these. You start from the top, and it's like, I remember National Geographic back in the 70s,
Hey, John.
and the big thing on all the TV shows. Remember, there was a Doctor Who episode where they were using this machine to keep the glaciers out of England, and it had gone paws up. The whole episode was running around the ice cap in England.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing in the 70s was Snowmageddon, new ice age, we're all screwed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, they got that wrong. But then I look back and Al Gore, who should have died of old age by now because he's been doing this for how long?
Yeah, and making millions.
Has been running his mush for decades about how the beaches are going to disappear, so on and so forth, ad infinitum, get ye and prosper. And the beaches haven't gone away. My brother is a historian, and I tend to like archaeology. And I go back and I look at some of the stuff from human history, archaeology being study human history. All these glaciers that are retreating in the Alps and revealing the human tools and camps and stuff.
Yeah.
I got news. That meant they were there before the glaciers.
Yep.
When you got Obama screaming on one hand about losing the beaches, and on the other hand buying a multi-million-dollar beach condo.
Yeah. Oh, it's a complete house.
Whatever. A place on a beach to live. He's obviously really worried about losing the beaches if he's living there.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to unzip his human suit and his actual form has gills.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that worried about climate change.
Nope. Full cast recording of Good Omens with Michael Sheen and David Tennant dropped today. Ooh. That could be interesting. They have, by the way, for those that may not know it, have approved, and it is going forward for a second season of Good Omens. Yes.
It was one book.
Well, apparently they've come up with enough material.
How?
I don't know.
It was one book. And they
I know
covered the book in the movie.
I know that. You know that.
You know, for God's sake, Hollywood's going to screw this one up. Hollywood, cocked hat.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the anthology.
Yes.
Folks, if you've read the Trailer Park Anthology, please leave a review. Leave something written.
Yes.
Right now, when I checked this morning, we're at 6 reviews. Now, Three Ravens is over the moon. They are just happy as clams at high tide.
Yeah.
I'm looking. That's not a bad first.
No.
I think our thing for first launches is different than theirs.
Yeah.
Our benchmark.
Yeah. Well, we're small. I mean, and to get number one,
Yeah, but
and he did a good bit of marketing too.
yeah, he did. He's still doing it. He's marketing up the yin yang.
Josh, there's a little bit of everything in that one. It's called It Came from the Trailer Park.
Yep. Three Ravens Publishing. It came from the trailer park. You can't miss it. The cover has got a hillbilly with a chainsaw and a hillbillyette clinging to his leg.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. Got some pretty good you and me and some actually decent authors in there.
And Bill Oberst wrote the forward to it.
I must have missed something because everybody is losing their Goomba over Bill Oberst. I have no idea who he is.
He's an actor.
Okay.
He played in a lot of the science fiction stuff back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. Yeah, RK. Pardon me. There are some good stories in it.
Oh, did you see Alex Walcall's comment this morning?
Mm-mm.
He's finally, he said, comment, I'm finally going to get the chance to use the words tasteful hentai in a sentence.
Okay.
That has wound up being one of my favorite stories to write to yet. And when I get it back, I've got to pad it out and re-release it.
Oh,
I can punt it up 3 times the size it is now and make it a 8,000-9,000 word short story. Punt it out my own.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the accent did come out a little bit, Josh.
What?
You were confused over who Oberst is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other race is kind of interesting is New Jersey, because Murphy's minions got caught by some people on camera saying tasteful hentai can mean a lot, especially to a sushi chef. That as soon as the election was over, they're going to mandate all kinds of restrictions for COVID and everything else. And that got made public in some of the
insert dismissive wanking gesture here.
Yeah. Certain of the New Jersey voters went, what? Wait a friggin' minute. So they're
you're in New Jersey. This is a surprise.
Yeah. They're a little bit up in arms. Well, New Jersey's it's a throwaway state, basically. And not many people actually claim New Jersey as home. I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
They claim it after they leave and go somewhere else to infect a new state, like any other parent.
Yeah, we did have a test site up there because it was remote enough. There weren't any people.
Radioactive?
Around. Huh?
Radioactive?
No, we could run Aegis radar testing up there.
Damn it.
Which is pretty powerful little radar. Yeah, they've been decided, Josh or Jason. They're just finishing the election today.
Whatever.
Yeah, they want to end the governor's emergency powers, which is
good.
That's saying something for a Democratic state to want to do that to a Democrat.
Y'all voted him in.
Yeah.
Y'all got to handle it.
Yep.
That's like all the Californians screaming right now. You voted for that bullshit.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yep. $7 a gallon gasoline in California. Actually, 7.38.
Next anthology. I'm fixing a punt. Apparently, I'm the last story that Cedar needs.
Oh,
Ouch.
ouch.
Ouch. Fixing a punt Cedar last story, then Cedar's anthology didn't go live. I need folks to buy Cedar's anthology
Yes.
and review it.
It's not, yeah, answer that joke seriously. Yeah, that figures. New Jersey exists to make New Yorkers feel better about home.
Our sub $3 gas is $2.99.99.
Yeah. But Cedar is putting out a fairly serious anthology. It's about PTSD. And
mine's been kind of hard to write.
It's most of the writing is military or shooting related, but it's an important story that needs to get out there because so many people are having issues with PTSD that we really need to find some way to reach out to people and get these people to counseling. We're still having 20 veterans a day commit suicide.
I don't know that they need counseling. They just need to know they're not alone.
Yeah, and that's part of it. But part of it is most of them tend to hold that in. You know that as well as I do.
I know.
And the military is always going to change people. Yeah, locking everybody in their own little boxes not help. That's very true, Jess.
And we've been loose. We've been loose pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah.
But there might as well not be any restrictions here right now.
Yeah.
A friend of ours, Kat, reported a mandatory masking somewhere. And there are a couple places still mandatory masking, but for the most part, everybody's ignoring it.
Yeah.
So, but apparently there's places on the east and left coast where it's still.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe people have tolerated it for so long.
Well, there are people mandatory masking for Halloween, for God's sakes.
Oh! Did you see that one? The school that's been mandatory masking sent out a note to the teachers that the kids could not wear masks, Halloween masks. They could dress in costume, but they couldn't wear Halloween masks because it would, and I quote here, disrupt the learning environment.
Yeah.
Penny never did drop on that one.
Yeah. Medical helicopters. Yeah. And see, that's part of the issue, Aaron. Aaron brings up an excellent point. It isn't combat PTSD, but for years because of issues with her daughter, anytime a medical helicopter flew over, she would have a panic attack.
I dislike the term combat PTSD. PTSD is PTSD.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how the traumatic stress occurred, it's still PTSD. I seriously dislike the dividing PTSD into subcategories. Hyphenated PTSD annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah, irony is always lost on the Karen because they're
depends on how hard you hit them with the iron. Oh,
irony.
My bad.
Irons would work too.
Whang.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, what we went through with Afghanistan, Ian and I both were talking people down off the ledge.
Oh God, yes. The latest when the Biden administration chaired the largest airlift ever. I can't believe I said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
Jim was here when I got a couple phone calls. I had to talk people off the ledge.
Yeah, repeated traumas and what John Van Straat brings up. Plane crash, the air race. People got PTSD from that. It can occur from many things. It can occur from, accidents. It can occur from repeated.
Any traumatic stress event
Yeah.
can, if badly handled, can result in PTSD. Now, bear in mind, PTSD is often a result of bad handling of critical stress.
Yeah.
um, which is really, handling critical stress is hard, and folks don't handle it right now. Uh, this is a bugaboo of mine. I used to teach a seminar on critical stress and critical stress incidents.
Yeah.
PTSD. One of the things that will give rise to PTSD is poor handling of a critical incident, and we handle critical incidents so poorly. Um, Jim was here. We had a critical incident at the sheriff's office. And despite me telling folks what not to do, it was so ingrained they did it anyway and wound up making it so much worse.
Well, one quit because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to the VA, anybody who's hyper aware of one's surroundings, looking for alternate egress means, and prefers to sit with a back wall has PTSD. That's every fucking veteran in the world.
Every cop, every veteran,
every firefighter, every medic, anybody that's ever been abused in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, it goes on and on and on and on.
Caliber Press. If you can get to a Caliber Press street survival seminar, they teach.
Yeah.
They teach a short class on critical incidents and handling critical incident stress. That's priceless.
Yeah.
Not enough people follow it.
Yeah. Yep. And that's always going to be a problem, because men are told, you know, you don't show vulnerability, you don't cry. Bullshit.
Well, and that again has very little to do with it.
Yeah.
With the actual handling of critical incident stress, there are a lot of little things you must maintain. Once you've had a critical incident, you must maintain a semblance of normality as much as possible.
Yeah.
You must maintain your daily routine as much as is possible.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I told people was, do not go and discuss the minutia of what happened during a critical incident. Don't do it. The more you talk, when you talk about something, you talk about one incident or one part of an incident. Let's say the eyes of a dead person, the way the eyes looked. If you sit out in the parking lot and talk about those eyes with somebody else involved for an hour or more, each time you talk about it, you build another neurological link to that memory site.
Yep.
And pretty soon you build up enough neurological links, you have a neurological superhighway. And then you can't be shocked if when you go to sleep, all you see are the eyes. Yep. Because you disobeyed your lieutenant's directive, discussed it, and now you built an information superhighway to that one memory you can't get rid of.
Yeah. Yep. And most of the folks that do that, attending parents also do it, especially if a child is ever injured. And that's a good point, Cedar. The way we form memories is altered when we revisit.
That's a whole different podcast, because humans don't actually have memories. I hate to tell you this, folks. Yeah. You don't actually have memories. It's a little more complicated than that. And oh boy, is it a little more complicated than that. Anyway, that's.
Yeah, let's just drop that one.
I'll do one of these days. I'll do a seminar at the NRA again. I piggybacked a seminar on critical incident at was it Houston?
No, St. Louis.
No. Nashville.
Somewhere.
Kelly Grayson. Oh, by the way, Kelly Grayson's having spinal surgery today. You might send good thoughts his way.
Yeah.
Anyway, He has a shooter self-care, um, shooter self-care course, and I was going to piggyback a 45-minute discussion about critical incident, but we went way over on the shooter self-care.
Yes.
So I crammed a 45-minute talk into 10 minutes, and still managed to wow a lot of people.
Yeah. We're not touching your memories, RK. That's up to you.
You don't actually have memories, but we won't go there.
Oh. I just to get the hell off this subject before we go further down a rat hole. I did post something last night. I was searching around for something else and ran across an AIS stream and snapshotted it.
What the heck is AIS?
Automated Information System
Okay.
for ships.
Oh,
And it was basically a map of ships and directions.
oh, isn't that lovely?
Got to go vote the newest writers. Have fun, RK. So I threw that up last night, and that thing has taken off because about 40% of the ships that are currently going through the Panama Canal,
In one way.
yeah, are going from west to east, and they are former LA bound ships.
They got tired of drilling holes in the water and decided to move on.
Well, that, and I was wrong with what I said last week. It's not $32,000 a day to set off LA. It's between $50,000 and $60,000 a day, whether they're sitting on the hook anchor or whether they're boring holes in the water. Because the ship has to be up, it has to be running.
Mm-hmm.
That costs bunkers.
It costs fuel.
So now they just left, Josh. So what they're doing, the supposed max number of ships through the Panama Canal is 40 a day. Right now they're running 42 to 43 ships a day through there, including megas.
Talk about nut to butt.
Yeah. It's like, all right, pull up 2 feet, another foot, another foot, another foot. All right. You come on, get in there.
Rubbing shipping.
Yeah.
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't shipping.
Yep. A lot of people coming into the Gulf. Yeah, you were trying to make a pun. A lot of people in the Gulf. A lot of people are running up toward Jacksonville and Tampa.
Well, apparently, Port of Corpus, Port of Houston, Port of Galveston are hip deep and rising fast.
Yeah, and it is conga line. The other thing I want to mention, though, there was an article that was floating around out there about how this trucker said the problem was the number of cranes at the pier. That is not true. Those cranes, there are only so many of them because you can only get so many ships at a pier. And you have 2 cranes per ship usually. And what they do is they run back and forth up and down the side of the ship, unloading or loading the TEUs. When I say a TEU, that's
shipping container.
It's a shipping container, and it's called a ton equivalent unit. That is the terminology used in the shipping world. Yeah, if they're trying to do the conga, they're at least not in limbo. That's true.
They're doing something.
Yeah, they're doing something. But what they do is the limit is the number of those cranes, because you can't put 3 or 4 of those things next to each other.
I think what he was griping about was the fact that half of them were deadlined.
Yeah.
For no operators.
Well, that's a union issue, but the problem is when basically when it grabs one and pulls it off, it could set it directly on the truck if the truck is there.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of how many of those cranes you have, you're limited by the number of trucks you can get on the pier at the same time.
Right.
So that was the whole thing about, well, there's not enough cranes to take. No, the cranes are there. What you don't have is you've got 50,000 TEUs sitting on the dockside that somebody's got to pick up and move. Now, what they can do with that is they have a separate set of loaders that can come in, pick those up, and load them on the truck. So it was a confluence of bad ideas, basically.
Well, the impression I was getting, this might be an impression, was they had, as an example, two ships, two cranes, and instead of offloading both ships at the same time on different piers, the union was only running one crane.
Yeah. Well, that was happening too. Yeah, Aaron, y'all have a place in Colorado, in Utah, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's outside
Salt Lake
of
City.
Ogden. It's out by the salt flats. That is what's called a makeup yard. And I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, damn it.
Bonneville?
No, it's not Bonneville. But they can take a whole train from LA there and then break the train down, reposition the cargo on the rail cars to where it's supposed to go.
And again, in the midst of all this discussion, I would like to remind the listeners in California, majority of y'all voted for this bullshit. Own it.
Yeah, you did. That's a good point. Yeah, the other problem with it is you can get trains in there. They can load a train fairly quickly. That's just basically big heisters, forklifts. They can load a train quickly, run it out to Utah, break it in Utah, send another train back, and they can do that and take a whole block of containers.
See?
See you later, Cedar.
I'm still working on it, Cedar. I swear. Still working.
So you get that breakdown once they get that figured out. And quite honestly, they're going to have to allow the trucks in, Josh. They have no choice.
Still have to. They can be iron-assed and.
Well, the longer they are, the worse it's going to get. And the less ships will come into LA.
I don't think we should underestimate California's ability to shoot itself in the foot.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. And if they kick them out, that will kill the port facilities. And LA, not San Diego per se, because that's mostly Navy piers. Matter of fact, it's other than two, it's all Navy piers.
But I'm here to tell you, on behalf of the state of Texas,
yeah, we're more than happy to
the ports of Corpus, Galveston, Houston, and Beaumont are quite happy for California to continue being stupid.
Yeah. Did you see the thing today, speaking of Beaumont, or not Beaumont, Corpus Christi? Did you see the idiot that said Corpus Christi was landlocked?
What?
Yeah.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah. They said Corpus Christi was landlocked.
Let me guess. Is some numbnuts in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Okay. Wouldn't be able to spot Texas on a map if you pointed out to them?
Yeah.
Corpus Christi is landlocked. It ain't Amarillo.
Yeah.
It's on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow. It's landlocked, you morons.
Yeah, bless his poor soul. Now, Aaron,
bless his heart.
Bless his heart. You know, those people don't have a soul up there anyway.
It also refers to Texas as flyover country.
Yeah.
I'm from Manhattan. I don't need to know. Nobody needs to know. Learn to have a driver's license or car. I live in Manhattan. I don't need one. Well, you're a fucking moron, too.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of that is the fact they can't afford a parking space. Hey, Raptor, good to see you. Yeah, thanks. Massachusetts is the capital of New York City. Yeah.
I forget who the hell banned me. Some semi-famous author got a massive case of the red ass at me because over my Nigeria stories.
Yeah.
And how dare I write about Nigeria? That's not the way Nigeria is. Bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I asked this famous author, I forget who it is. Honestly, God, I forget who it is now. But I remember at the time, I thought, oh, famous author. I asked when was the last time they got their fat asses off of Manhattan, and after all the hemming and hawing, they never left Manhattan. How the hell would you know how anything is in Nigeria if you've never even left Manhattan?
Yeah. 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 Bill, DFW is bigger than Manhattan by a bunch. Yeah, just first place ever stood on a road at the end of the world and watched the sun come up.
Corpus.
Yeah, it's Corpus. Yeah.
What do you mean, Ian Rent?
Yeah, their college profs told them, and their college profs have never been anywhere either.
That's somebody. I will guarantee you that's somebody's got Corpus and San Antonio mixed up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, it's probably the same one that.
Is how you downplayed it.
Yeah, no kidding. I had somebody tell me that the port of El Paso. I'm going. You realize that's a truck port, right?
Yeah.
No, El Paso's a port.
No.
Technically, sort of, but
Yeah.
it's not a seaport.
And there's Long Beach, and you can,
Really great place for a cluster bomb.
yeah, you can see the other little cranes running around in there. You know,
Oh! Speaking of, guys, if you're getting a turkey for Christmas, you might want to do it now.
yes.
We have a little butchery in Ichipa that has this fantastic dinner or lunch counter. So I went in there to get some barbecue because our local barbecue place is closed on Mondays. How dare they? Anyway, I was in Red Barn getting a pulled pork sandwich, and I just happened to ask the butcher behind the counter when I need to get in the order for a smoked turkey.
Yeah.
Because they smoke a turkey really well. And they said, don't know that we'll be doing that this year. And I, being innocent, said, are y'all hurting that badly? And they said, no. Our supplier has informed us they might have enough turkeys for the big boxes like Walmart and United.
Yeah.
They don't know if they'll have enough turkeys for anybody except Walmart and United.
Yeah.
So somebody here scooted over to Ichipa to pick up a turkey. And how much did you pay for that thing?
$47 for a 19-pound turkey. $2.48 a pound.
Good God.
And that was the only butterball left. The rest of them were store brand. And
yeah.
somebody, I think it was Aaron, said this morning that, it was Sarah Hoyt said, Colorado has no turkeys, period, out.
Yeah. That's what you. Yeah. It's a turkey, folks. It ain't that expensive.
Yeah.
But there's just down from where the feral prairie dogs wallow across the prairie, there's a Popeyes off Southwest Parkway. And I've sat in their parking lot many a time and watched a gigantic flock of turkeys out back where they're fat, dumb, happy, and safe.
Yeah.
And if anybody sees me in turkey camouflage heading out back behind Popeyes with a shotgun, y'all didn't see nothing.
With a suppressed shotgun. Yeah, fat roosters will work.
Chris, for Christmas, was doing Cornish game hens. He'd do a Cornish game hen per person for Christmas, and that's a damn good meal. I'm kind of worried about the Cornish game hen situation.
Yeah, roast prairie dog for the holidays.
The amount of cholesterol in these prairie dogs would probably be lethal.
Yeah. Depends on how you fix it. Hush, koala. They should be 98 cents a pound everywhere.
Well, Chris, I'm about to give Chris PTSD. My dad, bless his heart, did not know how to smoke a turkey. I always thought when I was growing up, Dad was a decent cook, but his turkey was crunchy.
Oh.
It was really. He didn't do turkeys well at all, and I disliked turkey meat. I thought all turkey meat was shoe leather.
Yeah.
And then at the very first ever bug scuffle, we had an inmate that made trustee status, and my paw to God, I swear I'm not making this up. Inmate was there for arson. Um, and he did the Thanksgiving turkey one year. And that arsonist did one of the finest turkeys. So I got some arsonist turkey. And Chris was coming to pick me up, or Chris and I were headed uh, home from Bunk Scuffle. And he was driving, got a little hungry, so I handed him a piece of arsonist turkey. And his eyes got big. He's like, "Oh my God, that's good. What is that?" I said, "It's turkey." Like, no.
Yeah, masa makings, on the other hand, forget about it. Yeah, everybody's starting to ramp up the tamales.
Tamales.
For those of you that like ham, I would strongly recommend Honey Baked. They do an amazingly good ham, and they do a damn good smoked turkey breast too. They do a whole smoked turkey if you want one.
It's gotten to where I really like just a small smoked turkey breast.
Yeah,
And then you have turkey for Thanksgiving. You have turkey the next day when you're bloody well sick and tired of turkey.
you're
You
done.
chop it up and you put it in make turkey soup.
Yeah. Yeah, tamale fixings are getting short supplied everywhere, Josh.
I'm here to tell you if we get many more folks show up for Thanksgiving, one of them geese is gonna wind up on a milk box somewhere,
Yeah.
milk carton.
Well, considering Cat et al. Will be here, and we're just going to move our, rather than having Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving, we're going to have it on our regular Saturday
Yeah.
get together.
We need to build a barn.
Need a bigger friggin' house.
Yeah, we need a barn.
Yeah.
So a barn. We need a barn with a kitchen and tables in it.
Yes. It's getting freaking ridiculous. Good stuffing, good stuffing, not 90% of the crap that you see out there, is a real blessing when you have turkey gravy.
Oh
poured
yeah.
over it.
My grandmother, we got kind of spoiled. Nana made some really weird dressing. We call it brownie dressing.
Yeah.
Because she would put dressing in a Pyrex baking dish, and she'd make this fantastic dressing. But you'd cut it in squares like you would a brownie and try it out, and you just walk around the house holding this square of dressing.
If it works, it ain't.
Oh,
wrong.
it was good.
Okay, John, you can bring the stuffing.
It sounds like you just volunteered for stuffing there,
Yep.
John.
Oh,
Um,
I'd have to buy more land. I'd have to find some place to buy more land out here.
both of my Law Dog Files print editions are going to have 5 years after the initial print. I can get my print rights back, and then I can print. Castelia House has the print rights. I've got the digital rights back. Castelia has the print rights now, and I can't get them back until 5 years after first publication.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, that was the only answer you could have. Was a Koala made good, good dressing.
Yeah, walk around. He used to walk around the house holding this square of brownie cut stuffing, eating away like a chipmunk on speed. It was great.
I've made it both in the turkey and outside the turkey. And I actually like it outside the turkey.
Yeah, outside one. I hate to tell you all this, but stuffing made outside the turkey tastes better.
Yeah.
And two, I'm always worried that you're gonna get the salmonella cooked out of it.
Yeah.
When it's inside the bird, I get a little worried it's not properly cooked.
Yeah. Yeah, there are about as many ways to do it as there are turkeys. Oh, it's voodoo to you. So that's why you married her, so she can cook. Trust me, that is not a bad thing.
Wise man.
Yes. But Thanksgiving and Christmas meals are always interesting. When I was in the Navy station in Jacksonville, we used to do what we called Orphans Thanksgiving and Orphans Christmas. Actually, not just Jacksonville, but everywhere I've been stationed. we would do Orphans Thanksgiving, Orphans Christmas. And that was whoever was in town, didn't have anywhere else to go, was welcome to come over for
Mhm.
Thanksgiving and Christmas. You get some interesting things brought to the table, and like jerk chicken for Thanksgiving.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, were you there for Thanksgiving at the sheriff's office?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
inmate slang, a spread is basically a potluck.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, law enforcement picks up a lot of inmate slang. So the sheriff's office did a spread, and that's everybody brings something. It's potluck. It's basically a potluck. And there was some really interesting chow.
Yes. Some of it was you stick a spoon in it, and the hell am I? It's
What the
moving.
hell is that?
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes.
yeah.
Well, not just young ladies. The first time I ever cooked a turkey, having been raised by my father, I jammed it in the oven at 350 and let it go. And fortunately, or not, as the case may be, the paper wrapped stuff in the body cavity started smoke before it ignited. And I was paying attention and got the turkey out, but I kind of smoked my turkey from the inside that year.
Yeah, there was the vicious circle story of the raw turkey. Yes.
Was that one of mine, or
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah,
these
King
days,
Ranch casserole's
Oh,
been
yeah.
another one I've done
Oh,
as
yeah.
a replacement.
these days, I like to have somebody else smoke a turkey breast.
Yeah.
I pay a. There's always somebody. We're in Texas. There's always somebody that will smoke something for you for $10
Yeah.
or $5 of firewood. And somebody will smoke it for you.
Yeah.
And just Rita is not a turkey person. Rita does not like turkey. Rita would rather have a ham.
Yeah.
I love a properly done turkey. Not one of my dad's turkeys. Sorry, Dad. But it's for before we started getting family, just a smoked turkey breast, and I would eat turkey until I was sick of it, and then I chop it up, bung it into the stew pot, and make stew out of it.
Mesquite smoked turkey is good. There's also United had some Cajun smoked turkey.
Oh, that's always
that
good.
was good. So it was Cajun seasoning, but it was smoked also.
Yes.
The other thing that we've done a few times is various cats and dogs things like King Ranch chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's kind of funny because you'll sit there and you'll look at it and you go, I recognize that, I think, but I think I don't like that. Or the ultimate is always the sweet potato casserole.
But my favorite is that looks like sweet potato casserole, but it's the wrong color.
Well, the argument over pecan topping or marshmallow topping.
Marshmallow with
No.
with red hots. Gotta have red
No.
hots in it.
No.
And
Marshmallows are bad enough.
it
but
shouldn't
red
be.
hots,
It
no.
should not be toxic green.
Well,
That's remember that at the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
That sweet potato is sweet. I swear to God, it was a Pyrex dish of sweet potatoes. Had the proper marshmallows. Had the red hots, but it was green.
Yeah.
And Jim and I are sitting there looking at it. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Sweet potato? Are you kidding me?
No, koala. Pecans are right. Stop it.
Marshmallows. Marshmallow with red hots.
No.
Put
Pecans.
red hot.
Pecans. Which is why when I do it, because I usually make it,
John is here. We can't do pecans.
I can do half pecans by God. I do half of it pecans and half of it with that other shit on top of it.
Sweet potato done right.
Yeah.
With that little touch, with that little sticky marshmallow, and a little bite from the red hots.
No. It's the cinnamon you put in it.
Stop fucking up sweet potato. It's a sweet potato. There's nothing you can do to fuck it up worse than it's already fucked up, koala.
Yeah. Oh God.
I used to get an argument in West Africa. There's something called yams.
which are not like yams here.
No, yams in West Africa are not American yams. American yams are basically sweet potatoes. West African yams are not. First time we ever got here, and somebody was telling, I hated yams. I hated yams. Oh, I hated yams.
Nancy has chimed in.
Oh dear.
Sweet potatoes are sweet enough on their own. No brown sugar or mallows. Yes, dear.
But I spent the first couple of years I was here not touching the sweet potato because somebody told me there were yams,
Yeah.
and I wasn't going to eat a yam. That couldn't make me. I didn't realize that yams here are not yams there.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other side of the coin too is when you find something you like in a country,
Hmm.
and then you come back here,
Bananas.
yeah, and try to find the same thing.
The bananas in West Africa are totally different than bananas here. One, they're tiny.
Yeah.
First time I walked to a supermarket in the States and saw bananas, I was gobsmacked.
Yeah.
And the taste is completely different.
I'll take either one of those, either sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie.
Chess or buttermilk?
Yeah.
Chess pie or buttermilk pie?
Yeah.
Coconut cream, if I have to. Pecan, if Jim's making it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I do make a pretty good pecan pie, which is odd because I can't bake for anything. No.
Chippies. Oh God, I would do murder for a decent chippy here in North Texas.
Yeah, Jason, there are a number of places now where you can get baked sweet potatoes for baking.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like those.
At McBride's.
Yeah.
When Rita and I go to McBride's for steak, she wants baked sweet potato with butter and salt.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, that was, I do not need that stuck in my head.
Woo! Boston cream pie is good too, done right.
Yeah, I make a good pecan pie. I make a good key lime pie too.
Key limes, I like key lime occasionally. Key lime is one of those things where if I want one, I want it.
No, Raptor, no.
Mango?
Key lime
Wow.
is key lime, and none of that whipped cream shit on it either.
Calf slobber.
God.
Calf slobber. Rita looked at me weird when I called him Ryan calf slobber.
Yeah.
Because out in West Texas, that's what we always referred to as, calf slobber.
Yeah.
I'll have pie, whole calf slobber.
Yeah.
And I told our local cafe, I told the waitress that when Rita was here, and she looked at me really weird.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize that she didn't
know the term. Oh, what we need to do is get up to Amarillo one of these days and go by the stockyards up there.
Oh God, yes. I don't know if I can find my way to the stockyards.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Oh, stay safe, Cedar.
Cedar.
Hydroplaning is not good.
Must be raining down there a lot more than I thought. But
yeah, Raptor, I spent enough time in Florida and down in Key West that I know what a real key lime pie is, and that's the only thing I will touch. Yeah.
During the wet in West Africa, Chris and I, during the rainy season, there were a couple of years we built boats in the backyard.
Yeah.
No, and floated them around.
Yeah. BJ, worst comes to worst, honey baked ham site. They do have some.
Oh, speaking of, folks, if you have the freezer space, I suggest now calling your butchery or whatever and getting a meat pack. And most people can't do a half or quarter cow, but you can do a box of various cuts.
Yeah.
And get it wholesale. I would start talking to your butchers now because meat's about to skyrocket.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard, that's, we've done that all over the world. In some of the oddest places. We got Misawa, Japan in 76, winter of 76. There's 6 feet of snow on the ground. And the commissary got in steaks.
Who?
and we got there soon enough to get some. And we dug our way out to the grill,
6 feet of snow and you're grilling.
6 feet of snow, and we are grilling the steaks outside, by God.
That's a Texas boy right there.
And all the mama signs are looking out the window at us, and you can see them, they're pointing at us. You know,
Crazy round eyes.
Crazy American. They out cooking in snow.
Steaks.
Yeah. And we'd come walking back in the barracks, and we had people go, I'll give you $20 for that. No, mine. Give you $30. No. Give you 40? Okay. Go get another one out of the freezer, go back outside.
We were talking to Ashley Emerson, what, last month?
Yeah.
Ashley Emerson is a friend of ours. He's got some land out west. And he says that he's been whacking hogs, and all he's doing these days on big hogs is taking the back straps and
Yeah.
tenderloins. And I am seriously considering seeing if I could help him with his hog infestation and bring
Yeah.
home a freezer full of back straps and tenderloins.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason, that's an excellent point. Local meat processor, and
Oh yeah, always.
they tend to get local suppliers, and they cut a better deal.
Always. When
Ooh.
it comes to butcher,
Cedar's got a chest freezer in
I,
storage.
trust me, I was doing calculations in my head.
Yeah.
When it comes to butchers right now, until the big box stores figure it out, I haven't seen a butcher yet that wasn't cheaper
Mhm.
than even Walmart as far as and with better quality.
And even with the prices going up, like Eric said, they're still cheaper than the stores.
Mhm.
Well, folks, we've wasted another hour of your time. Sorry about that.
Have we have? We have.
Just be safe. Weather's getting here.
Fall has finally arrived
Yeah.
temporarily.
Yeah.
Next week it'll piss off to Buffalo again,
Yeah.
and it'll be 90 degrees. But for now, fall's here.
Just remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
Be safe, guys.
Be safe, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
That's a good one.